Hello and welcome to Chidsbits Physical Media. This is the Retro Room. This is where I like to come to watch old television that is recorded on these videotapes behind me. I have pizza. I have alcohol. In fact, I should get another one before I start. And I've got a brand new batch of tapes. Now, when I get a brand new batch of tapes, I like to pick one of the most haggard-looking tape out of the bunch. And I usually watch that first. You see how haggard that looks? It's a Dixon's tape. Dixon's. Anyway, whatever. The label says nothing on it. It's not helping. Oh, there you go. 114. Short play. It's got Tipex on it. There we go. That's today's tape anyway. Let's get it on. Alright, let's get show on road. What do we got here?
Master of the sky above and the earth beneath, modern man applies his utmost ingenuity.
A documentary by the looks of it.
Pursuit of speed and comfort, in search for his
A
most
very
deeply
old
desired
documentary. This is in long play, so this tape could be 6 hours long.
However, it could have its domestic uses too, either as a servant or even as an obedient companion.
Given this is like a sci-fi looking documentary, I'm hoping whoever recorded these tapes is a sci-fi / horror nerd, because that would just be awesome if all these tapes were filled with like horror films taped off television. Hopefully from the early 90s, because that's when I got into horror.
The question I was interested in was, how would they talk?
The machine uses only two sounds produced electrically. Say she saw me with no expression.
I want this machine. Who can replace a man?
But if a machine had broken down, it would have been quickly replaced.
Right hand.
He's almost human.
This is like me going to PS2 graphics when I was playing like NBA or something and going, wow, this looks so realistic. And it really looked like shit.
Andrew Martin studied the robot's right hand. The fingers were long and
Andrew Martin, an expert in right hand. So to me, this smells like a BBC Two, at a stretch, maybe Channel 4 program. Hopefully it's Channel 4, because at least then we get adverts. But it smells like BBC Two to me. They're playing clips from Maximum Overdrive. This is definitely BBC Two, right?
Even though they're able to solve the problem you've given them, you don't know how they're doing it, then you're really in a pretty dangerous situation.
Affirmative, Dave.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
So we're getting clips of sci-fi and horror movies on this. This doesn't feel like something that would air on ITV or BBC One, because this is too alternative for those types of channels.
We're planning to disconnect me.
Computers will become small and transparent and finally invisible and sort of spread out through everything. And everything will be slightly smart, and everything will be interconnected, and we simply won't be aware of it.
Yeah, it's coming.
As machines evolve in the future, of course, they may come to regard humans as kind of rather unnecessary sort of curse.
one of the problems.
Gosh, like listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, isn't it? Oh, piss. So they skipped the adverts. My God, I don't even know what this show is yet.
Mentally,
Gutted they skipped the adverts.
technology perfects machines.
Stephen King in Maximum Overdrive.
Honey, come on over, you sugar buns.
At the height of his cocaine addiction.
This machine just called me an asshole.
It's H.R. Geiger drawings. The guy did the drawings for Alien. I've seen some of these because a woman
my creatures, my robots, they only
she had the
have
book.
flesh as muscles and bones. and
Muscles?
No intestines, because really, in the future, probably.
Oh shit, that's actually H.R. Geiger.
With steel
Why Why now do they put his name up? Why didn't they put it up earlier?
More organic.
You may want to live forever, but do you want your parents to live forever? You know, do you want Ronald Reagan to live forever? Who are they going to do this to first? Are they going to do it to benign philosophers on the order of Dr. Minsky, or are they going to do it to political despots in Central America? Wealthy cocaine lords. What if all the Medellin cartel put all their money into immortality? We've got Carlos in a box here. He says you have to die.
He's got a point here. It's the dishonest and the criminals that will be able to afford to live forever if we ever did discover immortality, right? Because they're the ones that have all the power.
Mechanized and moronic man.
The show has ended at 48 minutes.
Next week, Without Walls explores the new nightmare that Mother Nature will turn sour and seek revenge for thousands of years of human mistreatment. Authors Kurt Vonnegut.
Okay, so whoever records these just... Okay, movie nightmares. This must be the next episode. And that's the same font as the end of part 1 thing we saw earlier. Oh, hang on a minute. Ba-ba! So we have a documentary about artificial intelligence, followed by 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm guessing there's going to be no adverts on this. I did watch this movie a couple of years ago. I have this movie on DVD. So I originally gave this film a 6 out of 10. I wasn't in the mood for it when I watched it because I didn't realise at the time that it was going to be as slow as it was. Not that slow movies are a problem. I still have an attention span. I just wasn't in the mood for it on that particular day. I'm willing to watch it again, and I reckon, because looking back at it, I think it's more of a 7 or 8 out of 10. But yeah, I gave it unfairly a 6 out of 10. So as we're watching a Stanley Kubrick film, I just wanted to bring this up. A couple of months ago, on my Instagram, I was like flicking through while I was probably on the toilet or whatever, and this came up. It's the grandson of Stanley Kubrick, and his account is kind of interesting, and I can't figure out why I'm so interested in it, because just listen to what he has to say here.
Stanley Kubrick, and I've done absolutely no work ever in my whole life. I just spend my entire time on holiday.
So I don't follow this guy, but I did go down a rabbit hole at the time, and I've looked it up now. He's got 8,641 followers, which is more than I'll ever have, but it's just like a mix of it's like he's trying to like explain what it's like to be a trust fund kid. He tells you all the good and the bad, actually, some of it, like so let's see what else. 2 minutes, show up, the end of the day, win. So there's quite a lot of bragging there as well. That sounds like he's doing his own music too, so.
Another day at the office. It's a hard life, being on holiday all the time. But I am a grandson of Stanley Kubrick, so it's okay.
Well, yeah, I don't get it. I thought it was a parody, and it might be a parody account. I don't know, but yeah, the grandson of Stanley Kubrick. I guarantee Stanley Kubrick never would have thought that one of his grandchildren would have an Instagram account where he just says, I'm the grandson of Stanley Kubrick, and this is how I spend all his money. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just letting you know what it's like to be a trust fund kid. Right, I'm going to go get a bottle of Baileys or something. Let me know if something interesting happens while I'm gone. What I miss? Anything? White chocolate and raspberry Baileys. This is actually nice. Kind of smells like antibiotic medicine. Okay, no adverts. So I just have 2001 A Space Odyssey on DVD. Apparently, this is a sequel to 2001 A Space Odyssey. This is 2010, the year we made contact. I have no idea what this film is like. One day I will watch it, but that day is not today, because this looks like it's going to be a 6-hour tape. Hal, the computer is oh, adverts. Expertly cut out. This batch of tapes I bought is all going to be like this, isn't it?
Still a total mystery.
Bloody hell. So full disclosure, I forwarded through that because not enough time has elapsed since I last watched the film. So I want to give it a decent gap. I'm 3 hours into this tape exactly now. Expand your mind. I don't need an that. Right.
There are old cars and old cars.
I don't know what's going on.
Some simply expire.
Quentin Wilson reporting.
They pass the way of all flesh, reduced to their components.
I recognise that voice. Quentin Wilson, didn't he present Fifth Gear on Channel 5? And was originally a Top Gear presenter, right? So in the early 90s. That's him.
That lasts longer than most.
And he looks quite young here, so this could be actually Top Gear.
No matter what you think about its styling, the Daimler Dart or SP250, to give it its proper title, makes a seriously sensible old car.
We're still in long play.
In other words, it's as tough as Doc Martens with piffling ownership and restoration costs. But the main reason for buying a Daimler Dart sounds like this. Is the Dart's Tour de...
Didn't he die last year? Oh. Did that really just happen? Who's that?
I've got more.
What's going on here? I'll just rewound this a little bit. Whoever recorded these obviously didn't want any fluff, right? He even cuts the presenters out. Look. It's gone straight from one song into another. This guy did not like any fluff on his tapes. Just all action, all the time, baby. No adverts, no presenters. This is the worst kind of tape for me. Although the stuff on it is good.
Thank you very much indeed, Deza. We'll have one last number from them in just a moment. Lovely.
Whoever recorded this, shut up, you tart. Straight back to the music. Honestly, this is what a lot of my videotapes would have looked like, other than ones that obviously I had to set a timer to. If I was watching, I was doing this too. I was cutting out presenters, I was cutting out adverts. Nowadays, that's what I want to see. Oh, the irony. If irony was made out of Baileys, I'd be very drunk right now, instead of just mildly drunk. Later with Jules Holland, and that makes sense now why I didn't recognise any of the music. Oh, BBC? 90's BBC?
And the music plays on in 5.
Ah! Red Dwarf now! Oh, what episode of Red Dwarf do we have? God, the tracking on this. Ba-ba-ba! This is an early one. This is first or second season. Sorry, so I mixed Balance of Power up with another episode where they had Holly, and Holly replaced himself with Queeg. Was it Queeg? So Balance of Power, this is episode 3 of season 1. Series 1, sorry, we're in the UK, not America. This aired originally in 1988, so I don't think this is an original airing. Great episode, obviously can't show you much because copyright. So basically in this episode, Lister wants to go on a date with Christine Kachansky, who used to work on the ship, by using Rimmer's hologram light beam. In fact, in a minute, he puts his consciousness in Christine Kachansky in a funny scene. I love Red Dwarf, by the way. It's such a great show. Even the later seasons that aired on Dave are pretty good.
More comedy coming up in half an hour on BBC Two. Back in Time with Blackadder at 10.
I'm guessing this is a Friday night comedy block, but what's next now? With 3 hours 46, we got Blackadder. So we recorded Blackadder. That was up next. Maybe Danny Detail can help me out here. Surely these episodes only aired the same night once, right? Is this episode called Head? Blackadder is one of those shows that I saw some episodes of when I was younger. I have them all on DVD. I will get around to them. I keep saying that, but then I end up watching VHS tapes and watching things out of order. See, this is episode 2 of Blackadder 2 called Head. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to skip this because I want to watch it from the beginning. Ba ba ba.
And you can encounter the wrath of Edmund Blackadder throughout the ages on this selection of episodes.
Oh, some continuity.
Series available from BBC Video and the BBC Radio Collection.
The BBC Two idents. Awesome. Never seen that one before. Penn and Teller. Penn and Teller had a show in the UK. Is that Dawn French? It's before my time. I don't remember this.
Welcome to the Paul Daniels Magic Show.
Have you ever seen Penn and Teller's Bullshit? They did a show for Showtime in America in the mid-90s that I thought was really good. I mean, it probably hasn't held up too well, and I'm sure his political beliefs and everything have changed over the years, but he did he'd talk about things that he thought was bullshit, and he did an episode on climate change and the fact that religion, he did a religion episode where he called religion bullshit, and parents blaming video games for violence.
Flutes, stick around, peace.
Hopefully find out what channel this is on, but I got a feeling the adverts are going to get cut again. Yeah, bloody hell. This is the worst kind of tape. I mean, it's not all bad, because I never knew this show existed, and I wouldn't have without this tape, so... This kind of thing will become lost media, right? Unless it's already digitized by somebody else. This seems like something that would be on Channel 4, right?
This stack of Bibles bought at very solemn charity shops.
The Unpleasant World of Penn and Teller. This is something I'm going to have to look into. That was the Channel 4 announcer, that voice. I recognize that voice. Just rewind it a bit.
After the break, Julian Clary, Barbara Windsor.
Julian Clary and Barbara Windsor. Now it sounds like ITV. Is that it? Okay, so there is a gap of a few minutes. I can't tell because when there's nothing on the tape, the timer stops. But I'd say there's about 3 or 4 minutes of blank space before the tape starts up again. And this is interesting because the rest of this seems to be recorded in short play. And it's, yeah, it's like somebody tried to record
destined for big things.
just to make this look like it was blank.
Very large right now, expands in the heat.
But here are some moving pictures of our past. Very moving.
It's Pamela
This
Anderson's
video was shot about 4 years ago.
naked.
Long before Baywatch shot at her stardom. This is the first and probably last time it's been shown on British television. But as Pamela told the Word, she's got no regrets.
I can be proud of it. It's something that I did when I was young, and
She was so attractive.
I felt very flattered, and
What's this
I
off?
don't
The
regret it
Word.
because it really launched my career.
And good luck for the future, Pamela.
Wow.
And for all the young boys watching, tomorrow morning your mum's going to find out exactly why you asked for hankies for Christmas.
Yeah, and it's gone blank again. It's just that one bit. So, The Word, presented by Mark Lamar, and just showed Pamela Anderson's tits, and then turned off into something else. What is this now?
We're very happy to be here tonight.
Annie Lennox said 1992 there, right? Annie Lennox. Recorded July 3rd, 1992. And we're back to long play again. I just find it weird. There's like a 4 or 5 minute gap, and then Pamela Anderson's tits, and then this. I don't know. So, The Unpleasant World of Penn and Teller is a British magic show presented by Penn and Teller in 1994 on Channel 4. The show featured segments of deconstructing magic tricks while performing some of their signature comedy magic stunts. I was probably slightly too young in 94 to be up and watching Penn and Teller's the Unpleasant World of Penn and Teller anyway, but yeah, aired on Channel 4. And The Word, presented by Mark Lamar, also was on Channel 4 in the early 90s. That particular episode was just a clip of Pamela Anderson naked, and then it just stopped and went into this Annie Lennox performance, which I am currently watching now. Walking on broken glass. Boo, boo, boo.
Getting back to basics under the Unplugged banner next week, New Zealand band Crowded House, and that's at 8:40 next Saturday on BBC Two.
Actually, I had this on in the background. I wasn't holding this up the entire time. I just rewound it a bit. Interesting. A sex scene this time. So it gets towards the end of the tape. I tell you something. Whoever recorded this did not waste a minute of this tape, right? I'm assuming this is in short play also. So... So the Pamela Anderson nude bits were recorded in short play. Then we went back to long play for the Annie Lennox thing. And now we're back to short play again for whatever this scene is. Short play is better quality. I wonder why this person wanted better quality for these certain scenes. It just started with a couple. Yep, it's definitely a sex scene from something.
And how do you feel about him? Seems like a nice guy. They all seem like nice guys for a while.
Oh, and that's it. Like, it just that scene. They clearly like their boobies, right? Whatever that movie was going into adverts. Is that it? Okay, we're at 5 hours 27 minutes. The tape. This is recorded in long play. So they've recorded static in long play. I'm intrigued to find out if there's anything else on this tape. Whatever was on here, this part of the tape, they obviously recorded over because they've just recorded static in long play. Because obviously tapes will not have static in long play. It would be in short play, wouldn't it? So this whatever was on the end of this tape was deliberately recorded over with static. for whatever reason. So we passed the 6-hour mark. This tape is 6 hours long. 6 hours, 1 minute, and 24 seconds. That's it for this video. Look, I'm gutted there wasn't any adverts and TV idents and that also, but I still really enjoyed this tape. I hope you enjoy these kind of episodes, because not all these tapes are going to be winners, but there's always going to be at least a smidgen of something on it. For me, on this one, it was Pamela Anderson. I'll see you next week.